Hi, I'm Chelsea,
And I'm Julie.
and we're moms, and we're super basic. Tonight we have our resident blonde friend with us, Val,
Hi, I'm Val. Happy to
and
be here.
we have our drinks, and we're ready to chat. Cheers!
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming back and joining us. Today is May 20th. So if you're watching this and anything has changed drastically about the stuff that we're talking about, that's why. So we have our special guest Val tonight joining us. Val's like I said, our resident blonde friend, and she is showing one of her little babies right now. But Val, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I have two kids. I have a 4-year-old boy who's pretty crazy, and I have a 4-month-old little girl who so far has been a complete angel, sleeping through the night, eating, really hasn't given us any stress at all, which is wonderful because this is such a weird time right now. I work for my parents' business. We own a food and vending brokerage in Sewell, New Jersey. We also have a location in Maryland. I have been with my husband for 15 years now, through college and after, and through 2 babies, all the insanity. And I love TV and I love puzzles.
Awesome.
And
Yes, oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jewel.
Val, how do you know us?
Oh, how do I know you two? Well, we had met, I guess it was fall '04, when we all pledged Delta Zeta the same time, the same semester. And you two are basically the reason I got through it. And it's pretty impressive that we're still friends now.
I agree. It is pretty impressive. So we always start with what we are drinking. So we have some creative cocktails and we got some basic stuff. So Val, why don't you start with what you're sipping on?
My completely basic cocktail. We just got them for the first time this weekend. It's the Bud Light Seltzer. They are so delicious. The mango is my favorite. And they also have strawberry and lime and black cherry. And we tried the strawberry and lime this weekend and we mixed them together and they were really good. And if you're following Weight Watchers, which some of us are, some of us loosely are, but they're only 3 points, which is really a decent summer drink.
So how many points is that if you have the whole pack?
Oh, so 24 packs, and I mostly did that this weekend, so we didn't count them.
She said loosely following Weight Watchers.
Those were flex points, right?
I remember what the points are. Let's just put it that way. I don't add them together for my day.
You're like 3, 6, 9.
Yeah, it's still on the good. Fine. But I recommend them for anybody looking for a new summer drink.
Yeah.
I'm drinking some super basic barefoot Moscato because I'm super basic and I've got it in a large red wine glass.
I'm drinking, I'm really into these like mixed wine, I guess wine spritzers technically. So I found this recipe, which we will link up, which is like an orange one. So, but this turned into a big old cluster, when I was trying to make it because I was tasting it and it like wasn't good as I was mixing it together. So I think I added too much seltzer. Then I had to add more wine. And then I was like, this still doesn't taste good. So then I like muddled up the fruit and threw that in. I was like, nope, still not good. So I was like, what can I add to this to make it like sweet? Because it just wasn't sweet. And I think it was the wine that I used because I used Pinot Grigio. Long story short, I added orange juice and we're all good now. So I guess it's good. I'll drink it.
Is it just wine and seltzer? Or is there like a liquor in it?
No, and I'll probably never make it again because I feel like it's just watered down wine at this point.
Yeah. Or is it hard seltzer or regular seltzer?
Regular seltzer.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
guess you
trash.
could
That's
mix it
garbage.
with hard seltzer. That'd probably be better. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like I might as well just drink a glass of wine. I'm just
Yeah.
extending a glass.
All right, so we'll link it up so you can all see how.
You cannot try it.
Okay, so let's do a quick quarantine check-in. How is everyone doing? Val?
I have to say it's getting better, which of course I'm going back to work in a week and a half, so it's getting better finally, but it's been 2.5 months of insanity. I'm constantly stressed. Like I said, he's challenging. He's a really, really good boy, but he is very determined, and if he has something in his mind, that's all he wants. So his tantrums have been really out of control, and with this lax schedule he's been on, he's been even worse. So the baby's wonderful. Like I said, I can't believe how good she is. I often want to punch my husband in the face. I feel like everyone's feeling that way. And my dog is done with us. He wants us to leave.
He wants his house back.
He's ready to get back to his daily 8-hour naps where no one bothers him and my son doesn't scream in his face or pull on his tail. So.
Yeah, I feel like Walter is the same way, who is our dog, and he like just looks at us like, "Why are you still here?
Yeah,
leave."
Yeah, he's not into it. This is not what he would like us to be doing here. So.
My brain hurts and is mush because I feel like things that I knew how to do or knew the words for 2 months ago, like, aren't there anymore. Like, my recall is shot. And yeah, with the loose schedule, like, I started getting Jackson on somewhat more of a structure this past week because it was a free-for-all and the tantrums were insane. And I was just losing my mind working at the same time. So I got him on some kind of like routine for the morning, at least. I was telling Julie before we started that Ryan, who's the now 1-year-old, is a lunatic. He is like the loudest baby I've ever encountered. He's at that part where now like he's like pulling himself up and standing. He's climbing upstairs, which if Jackson takes down the gate and then goes upstairs and then I'm working and I hear like someone banging on the stairs, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I ran up and Ryan was like halfway up the stairs. I'm like, oh my God. So that's fun. And my workouts are really something that's keeping me somewhat sane right now and eating ice cream on Sunday nights. So that's me in a nutshell. Julie?
I've just had it with school. So my kids are both like school aged, but like still too young to like read and do anything for themselves. So it's been a complete nightmare. I feel like I'm full-time managing their Zoom meeting schedules. What they need for their math lessons is absurd. We shared a meme this week that was not that fake. The meme that had like, please get, dice, a red marker, a blue marker, 27 popsicle sticks, 17 quarters from 1968, and 3 papers cut in the shape of a hexagon. That was legit a list of things we needed for my son's first grade math class, with the exception of the quarters from 1968. That was the only fake thing I added to that list. I'm just so over it. I'm so over like scheduling my work schedule around their, like I said, Zoom meeting schedules. It's insane. And we just got today what their last day of school is, and I'm really pumped up because it's a lot earlier than we expected. So we're done June 9th, and I am counting down the days.
Nice.
That's good. I wasn't expecting that. I think we're still going to like mid-June here.
Yeah, we were supposed to be the 16th, and then we had 4 snow days. So we don't have to make up the snow days because we would have been into like the 20 something with the snow days. They're not making us make those up, and I guess they're giving us some extra holidays or something that we're getting out at the 9th instead of the 16th. So I'm so excited.
Awesome.
That is good. I don't think we had any snow days here, but typically we always go that long anyway.
Yeah. All right, so our next segment is sort of our like pop culture segment, and I know Val, I know you're here for this all day long. So I don't have any new babies listed, but we've got some breakups, and we don't have a marriage. We have a new relationship to talk about. Val, do you want to talk about the new relationship? Or are you too heartbroken?
No. Oh, I'm pissed. So Skeet, I've been a big fan of Skeet since Scream days, but then, it faded because he was basically gone. I think he was in like a couple of shows here and there, but nothing like solid. So now Riverdale's here, and now like my love has returned. And he's been like single for a while. I think I read he divorced in like 2010, 2005, something like that, a while. So I was like, oh, maybe I got a shot. Nah. Apparently there's this Australian model. Her name is Megan Blake Irwin. And she's gorgeous. I had to start following her, of course, and she's absolutely beautiful, but she's only, I think we found out, like 5 years older than his kids, which is a little weird.
Typical.
How old is, I think they're 20, I want to say. Was she 25 or 30?
I think she was 25.
But she was 25, right? Like it was like really close to like his kids' age. She's got
How
two
old
twins.
Is he?
Yeah, that's what I was going to answer.
Is he
50.
He's 50.
Wait, no. Oh, I think that's Olivier I read. He was, let me.
Are we Googling? I'd also like to, while we Google how old Skeet Ulrish is, I would like to give a shout out to our friend Heather, who tracked down his girlfriend in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, it was really, really impressive how quickly she did that. All we had was a face. No tag.
I'm starting
nothing.
to think he works for like the TSA or some kind of agency that would have CIA access to like facial recognition software.
I mean, she is
something. She has. Yeah, I wonder how much. Maybe Daniel helps. He's got a lot of knowledge on computer things.
Maybe. Do we know how old
she's gonna have to wait tomorrow to hear this.
There's something illegal here.
Yeah. Great.
Anyway, so
okay, wait.
So what I was saying,
heartbroken. Me too. I mean, he's a good one. Not that I thought I ever had a shot, but really like IG content.
Yeah. and I really like how he looks in Riverdale.
Oh yeah.
Really, really. But now be on that next year. So,
I'm upset about that.
He's gonna be out of my life apparently.
Val, do you prefer him in the Pops uniform or the sheriff uniform?
Neither. I prefer him in the serpent uniform.
Oh really? All right.
Uh-huh.
I like both of those uniforms better.
No, I'm all about the serpent leather jacket.
Okay. All right. We're going to move on to divorces and split ups now. We've got quite a few. I had to throw in this picture because I think this is my favorite couple picture of all time, like not even just of them. So Mary Olsen and her husband, Olivier Sarkozy, are divorcing. And she had filed for an emergency divorce because the state of New York is only issuing emergency ones right now. And her emergency was that he was terminating the lease on one of their multiple homes in New York. Apparently, she's quarantining in the Hamptons. He's quarantining in a different home they have in New York City. And so this was a third home in New York that he was terminating the lease on, and she thought that she wasn't going to be able to get her things out before. I don't know. It seems pretty messy. I never understood this couple in the first place. What are your thoughts?
I thought it was her dad. It's weird. That's all I have.
I remember reading for their wedding that they just had like bowls of cigarettes on the tables for people. Just like bowls. That was like a tagline of their wedding when it first happened. Like bowls and bowls of cigarettes for their guests. I just thought that was so weird.
So bizarre. I think the Olsen twins in general are just so bizarre. I want to know everything about them. I think because we don't know anything.
Right. They're so secretive that it makes you like really interested.
Yeah, and
also, what happened to Ashley? I feel like Mary Kate is the only one that is really like photographed. Like, what happened to Ashley Olsen?
Literally no clue.
Let's start a hashtag. What happened to Ashley Olsen?
Where's Ashley?
Where's Ashley?
I did read that she was quarantining with Ashley though.
Oh, in the Hamptons?
So that's where she is.
Yes, yeah.
No need to start a hashtag. Mystery solved.
Found in the Hamptons. Okay. Other splits. Are we ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Okay. Megan Fox and Brian Austin Greene filed for divorce.
I'm confused on this one.
Oh, what?
I said I'm confused on this one because I thought they broke up a long time ago. Like, is this a second breakup?
I think they split at one point and then got back together and had more kids, right? They've got like 3 or 4 now.
They had 3 kids. They had split in 2015 and then gotten back together.
That's a very specific year. How did you know that? Did you do research?
I did. Brian Austin Greene is also a crush of mine, but not really lately. And so when I saw that, I was like, oh, interesting. So, and I remembered him dating Vanessa Marcel, and I was trying to figure out the timeline of it. Yeah. So I was trying to figure out the timeline of everything. So I read that they split in 2015, but got back together, and they had 3 sons.
Ew, okay. And who is this new guy?
Machine Gun Kelly? Do we know who that is even?
Yeah.
Ew.
You don't know So he's a rapper. He had a lot of beef with Eminem a few months back. Something about Haley. I think he said something about Haley, and then Eminem got pissed off. But he's a rapper. He was dating Halsey for a while. He's actually the one that Halsey went back to after her and G-Eazy broke up. No.
I was just going to say he reminds me of G-Eazy with blonde hair.
So like that was like a whole thing. Like they were dating, I think before G-Eazy. Something was G-Eazy him. He's got some background, but I didn't expect this couple.
No, they're apparently spotted in a car smooching too.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Another split. Ready? Scott Disick. I put Kardashian because like that's what he's famous for. And Sofia Richie, which I didn't like them together in the first place. I just thought she was too young.
Yeah. Wait, so what's their age difference compared to like Skeet Ulrish and that chick? So theirs is 25 years. What's their age difference?
Less, I think, right? I think Scott Disick's close to our age.
Yeah, I feel like he's like maybe 40.
I want to say he's more like 37.
Okay.
And I think she's like Kylie's age, right? Maybe 20, 21.
I think she just turned 21. I remember them going out for her birthday.
Yeah, they went to Vegas, right?
And he's 36.
Yeah, he's 36. I just looked that up too.
Okay.
Yeah, his birthday's soon.
Happy birthday, Scott.
Happy birthday. Sorry you broke up with your girlfriend.
I just think it's odd when people date someone that can't go to bars.
Yeah.
Wasn't he sober for a while?
I think he was sober when they got together.
Yeah, so maybe that was like, kind of like a something like attractive for him, that he didn't have to be put in that situation, but could still be with her.
But Julie, she's going to bars. I mean, the picture on the right, they're clearly at a club.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So it's like those rules don't apply.
Yeah. But so she's been seen with someone new already too. How are these people like going out and about? Like, I don't leave my house. I thought we weren't supposed to. Did I miss a rule change? They're all out and dating new people. What's happening?
I guess it's, well, I don't know. I don't have an explanation.
No.
They're not flattening the curve.
No, they're not. They're not. They're swapping more fluid.
Yeah.
But is this confirmed or is this just rumors?
I think that's just rumors. This one, I mean, I just saw this today. This isn't even like, Mary-Kate and Ashley, that's been going on for like a few days now.
Yeah.
Not Mary-Kate and Ashley. They didn't split. It was a picture.
They just go together. You can't say one without saying together.
All right, so any other breakups or marriages or babies? I guess no one's getting married right now, right?
Over Zoom.
Yeah.
No, but just I don't know if you saw what I sent you about the Kristen Cavallari not signing back on for another season.
That doesn't surprise me, though. Were you guys surprised?
Not at all. I assumed that was the next.
But I wondered if they were going to try to spin it into like oh, you're single now. Let's like have you dating again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could have been fun, but I feel like after a divorce, especially when you have kids together, and weren't they together like 10 years or so, she probably just wants privacy.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe they were trying to spin it that way and she didn't want to, and that's why she didn't continue, or what? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'd imagine. TBH, I haven't watched since like halfway through the second season, so.
Same.
I think that's when we got rid of cable. Okay.
So put up. You go.
All right. So we had 2 new posts come out this week. One of them was from Steph, and it was about letting go of judgment and expectations. It was a little bit of a rant, but not really. I feel like it was totally relatable right now. Yeah, what did you guys think of this one?
I honestly, when I shared, like, I'm totally guilty of this sometimes too, like just seeing like what everyone is doing and getting done. And I'm like, oh, why am I not getting this done? And that comparison game starts, and, you start to feel like less because you're not achieving more when you have all this free time. But I feel like it's in my nature to do stuff. So it would be odd if I didn't, but I feel like it really is like whatever you have to do to, get through this time.
Yeah.
I agree. I actually really enjoyed this one a lot because I've been feeling that way so much. Just, there's so much to do, especially at the beginning of a season. There's so much to do outside, cleanup wise, flowers, gardening, power washing. And I was so frustrated in the beginning because I was like, we have all this time and we can't do anything because the kids are, like I said, she was an infant when all this started. She's still an infant basically. So we didn't have the time to really get out there and have these continuous hours uninterrupted to get stuff done. And it wasn't like we could exactly call a babysitter. Like normally when we do yard cleanup, we would send Cam over to my parents or send them to my sisters and we would get everything done in a day. But it wasn't an option now. So, we did what we could and I'm happy with that. I think we did a good job just getting by, basically.
Yeah. What did you think about the next one, Julie? The self-care that's the graphic. If we're not doing this, we're taking a big risk, but it is related to self-care and like how to make sure you fit that in as a mom. What did you think about that one?
Yeah, I thought this one was so important right now. This one's from Celeste, and she's newer to our blog team, but she's excellent. And she has a podcast called Togetherness Redefined that you guys should totally check out because she is full of great tips and advice. This one was so timely because I think that a lot of us moms are not taking the time to take care of ourselves right now, maybe the way that we should. And so I thought it was good because it gives some real like practical ways that you can fit in some self-care practices.
Yeah, I like how it wasn't like, oh, get a massage or go for a mani-pedi or have a soak in a bubble bath. It was like really broken down to like your emotions and your, what else did she say? My God, sorry, I just totally blanked. Your emotions, your mind, your soul, your body. So like I like how she broke it down that way instead of just running off a list of all different things that you can do for self-care, because as we said with the other article, like everyone's different and have different things that they really need in moments of stress and crisis. So I like that one too. All right, what's next?
Next up. Okay, what have we been watching? So can I just start by saying that we all watched Reckoning?
Wait, no, I've not done it yet, so don't
We will
spoil
not
anything.
spoil it. Not that it's worth it. But so
Maybe
Val
watch
suggested it. It's all
Oh,
Val's
your fault.
It is. It is. And I started my sister and my parents on it too. And I'm like, do I tell them like now?
No.
Like stop? Because it was so good up until the very end. It was so good. You thought there was like a million things that they could have done and a million interesting ends to the story. And they were like, we're just gonna go easy way.
Yeah.
Don't give anything away.
Sorry.
We're not going to give away anything, though that might have given it away. But
I texted it today too. It's fine.
Val recommended this. I watched it. I actually passed you and finished it a night before you. I was so angry.
Yeah, because you were so into it. It was really interesting.
I really thought, so like we're very into the like UK dramas, right? And
Yeah.
a lot of those are like 6 to 10 episodes and they're like so good. But you can like set a clock to it that by episode 5, there is going to be a major like shakeup or some twist you never saw coming. Well, I waited for that twist for 10 episodes in The Reckoning.
Yeah.
And it never happened.
And it set you up for it though. It kept setting you up for a twist.
There was no twist.
It never came. It was so weird.
Sorry, Chelsea.
I'm on episode 5, so I can't wait to watch, 5 or 6 more episodes?
5 more episodes of nothing. Sorry.
Well, follow up from last week. I finished watching Working Moms, which is then when I asked for the recommendation and received The Reckoning. Literally and figuratively, no. But I had actually recommended to Julie last week, if you listened, that she watched the show called Me. And as I said earlier, my brain is complete mush, and it's actually called You with Penn Badgley from Gossip Girl, which we were talking about. So if you're listening last week and you're like, what is she talking about? What is the show Me? There is no show Me that I'm aware of. It's You.
That made me laugh so hard because it reminded me of like every mom that like can't remember the name of something or like calls a show by like the wrong name or like their kids by the wrong name. Like we're officially that lady because you said Me and I'm like, oh yeah, me. You said it and I agreed and we went on.
But did you think that I was talking about like what I thought I was talking about?
Yeah, oh yeah, I knew exactly what show you were talking about. Like the Netflix show where there were memes about him keeping a girl in a box. Yeah, like I knew what you were talking about.
I mean, then I don't see any harm in it.
Nope. I'm sure everyone knew what you were talking about.
All right, what else are we watching?
Is Vanderpump new, Val? Or you're just watching old ones?
No, it's still on. The finale is actually tonight.
Ah.
Yeah, the finale of
we
this
got
season.
rid of cable so long ago. I know nothing that's new.
I don't know how you're surviving.
And where are you with Ozark? Because I finished it.
You finished the 3rd season?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Whatever
so
came out.
yeah, actually, I don't I don't remember if it's the second or the third now that I'm thinking about it. But I'm only on like episode 3, I want to say. Like, Julie, are you watching?
I haven't started the 3rd season yet, but I think it's hysterical that you paused Ozark for Reckoning.
Yeah. Badness.
Well, you know what it is too? Like Ozark, Brandon and I watch together. So we both have to be available for that. And usually like I'm watching shows like kind of late at night, like decompressing and by myself. So it's went to The Reckoning and sped through it and
So what part of Ozark are you at then?
So he was kidnapped already. I don't want to say too much because Julie's on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say too much.
They just bought the horse farm.
Okay. Thoughts so far?
It's better than last season.
Okay. Yeah. Agreed.
I love Ruth. I think she's great. I really like this that they're giving her like a storyline with the brother too. Like I think she is just a great actress, but also so good in the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I like that, and I like all the characters, but I like seeing Jason Bateman in such a serious role too. I enjoyed that with the other seasons too. Like I just like seeing him like that because he's the funny guy, and I like him like that. But this is like a big change.
It's totally different.
Well, I really like that he's serious, but still kind of funny. Like, I feel like he's sarcastic funny still, which I love. But it's funny you brought up Ruth because I didn't put this on here because I kind of forgot I watched it. But a couple weeks ago, we busted through Waco. She's in that. She's an excellent actress. Waco is depressing AF. So, like, buckle up if you watch it. But she's so good.
Yeah. She was also in Dirty John. I don't know if you guys that, and she was so good in that. But like she looks completely different. Like you didn't even realize. I didn't realize it was her.
She did a completely different accent too.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is.
All right. Well, when I finish The Reckoning, maybe I'll watch Waco because I don't think we've watched that. I feel like we watch so much stuff I can't even keep track of.
Waco was so interesting because I feel like we were so young when it happened, and I had a very young perspective of what happened, and it's totally from a different perspective. It's very interesting, but very, very sad. I actually cried, and you guys know I don't cry.
So. That's okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. And you just started Outer Banks on Netflix, Julie. That's another one I'm planning on starting. Thoughts?
Yes. Who recommended this to me? They compared it to not Gossip Girl. They said it was like half Riverdale, half some other TV.
One of our sorority sisters, Christina, had posted that, and I told you guys that she said that.
Wait, but what was the other show?
Gossip Girl. Riverdale.
I don't know that I'd compare it to Gossip Girl yet. I'm 3 episodes in. It's pretty good. Like it's definitely entertaining enough, fun, mindless TV. Yeah, it's not like life-changing, but it's entertaining. Definitely better than the
reality TV, or is it scripted?
Oh, it's scripted.
Okay. I wasn't sure because the pictures were deceiving. I was like, wait, is this reality? What? Val, did you watch it yet? I feel like you said you recommended it.
I have not. My sister and my parents, they all watched it and they loved it and they said it was so good and they recommended it. So I'll start that next because now The Reckoning's done. I need something new.
Fuck The Reckoning.
And Joel, what are you listening to for podcasts?
Oh yeah, so I wanted to add this in because we mentioned a couple books last week, but I mean, it takes me more than a week to read a book. I don't have that type of attention span. But so I started listening to the Truth and Justice podcast because I heard the host interviewed on one of the other true crime podcasts I listened to. And so I went back and I listened to season 5, which was all about the West Memphis 3, which I knew nothing about, but it's super fascinating. There were like 60 episodes. I don't even know how I found time to listen to them all. But it was like so interesting. And it's so crazy to think about how, this is a weird thing to word, but how hard it would be to like get away with murder today versus like in the 90s. because of like cell towers and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And but now they literally just started season 8. So because I had subscribed to it to listen to all of season 5, the first episode of season 8 dropped on Sunday, and now I'm hooked already. I was already like telling Mike all about this case. So what they do on Truth and Justice is they take a case where they think someone's wrongfully convicted, and not just like wrongfully convicted like their lawyer sucked. Like they actually think the person's innocent. And they like reinvestigate the case and try to prove that the person's innocent. So this will be my first time doing it live along. I already joined the Facebook group. I'm super pumped. And then I also wanted to give a shout out because I always every week listen to Sinister, Strange, and Suspicious, which is our Casey's podcast. Casey is a contributor on the blog, and her podcast is awesome, and so is her podcast's Facebook page. She shares some really funny, irreverent, true crime related memes.
So we'll share that all in the show notes.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got up next?
Gal, are you ready for a game?
Oh, yes.
I had been waiting because I figured you guys would have sent me these questions beforehand, but I guess you aren't that good of friends.
No. All right. So Val, the way the game works is we're going to ask you 3 questions. You won't know what the questions are until after, we'll go through each. You can only skip 1 question. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Question number 1. You have to tell us who your best friend is, and it can't be a family member.
Do you choose the question or answer?
Wait, so if I skip this one and
you can't skip the other 2.
Yeah.
Correct.
Do you 2 and Heather count as one person?
No.
I think so.
Bonus answers do not count.
Well, okay. Obviously it's Michelle, but since you 3 are putting me on the line, I'm gonna go with Taylor. Huh.
We predicted you'd say Heather, so you didn't have to pick between us.
Well, I don't want to pick between any of you. So.
That's fine. I like Taylor.
Yeah, see? So it's fine.
I had a feeling she was going to say Taylor too, just so she wouldn't have to pick us.
Yeah. Duh. I'm not picking between the 3 of you.
We'll be contacting Taylor and putting a hit out on her immediately.
I'm going to send her this link when this is all over so she's aware.
You're done, Taylor. Just kidding. Love you.
Okay, question number 2. Who's your favorite child?
Oh, God. I will say something, but I'm also going to skip this one. This is going to be my skip because I never want either of them to watch it in 10 years and think, I'm awful. So I love them both so much. At the current time, Juliet is my favorite because it's just much easier right now. Cam will always be my favorite boy, and she'll always be my favorite girl.
Oh, that's a good answer. That's easy. We couldn't answer that way, Chelsea.
I know.
Okay.
All right, Julie, am I going with the first one or the second one? Or are you asking Alan?
You ask it, because I actually was going to say I don't remember what the third was. Go with I think it was the second one we talked about. Oh, we side texted about that.
I hate side text.
Yeah, take that.
Okay. All right. So since you cannot skip this one, that's your own fault. If you could take back any hookup that you've had, who would you take back and why?
Oh, do I have to use the name?
I mean, I guess you could.
Maybe not full name.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to use the full name because it's kind of nasty.
Oh,
but
yeah.
there was somebody in between my last boyfriend that I had before Emmons and like really getting serious with him. And we dated briefly my freshman year of college. I think you guys would both remember him. It just was really an awkward relationship. He was a friend of a friend, and he was in between with his ex-girlfriend, and they're like married now, so it's like I like got in the middle of them. They were like in between, and it was not good anyway in any sense of the word. So I kind of wish I skipped that one altogether because it didn't work out for him. It didn't work out for me, and it just. I can get into real details with you guys later, but I'm not comfortable saying them publicly.
All right. Well, Val, you passed. You did excellent.
All right.
On to lighter topics, like, did your kids do something cute this week?
Go ahead, Val.
Now, moment to breathe. And Julie, you go first.
I mean, my kids are cute all the time. No, I am obsessed with my kids. They are adorable. And we haven't left the house other than for like walks. And I put this in here, and then today we left for a walk and Liam had all of his clothes on backwards, like pants on backwards, shoes on the wrong feet. And I thought that's pretty cute, but like I didn't do that with him. I don't know. He's really into building blocks. That's all I've got.
We went to the shore this weekend. Or last weekend, and it was Ryan's first time on the beach, so I didn't know how that was going to go, if he was going to like love it or hate it. And he, like he normally is when he's playing, a bump on the log, and he just sat in the sand and played with toys and didn't really move and ate sand because he eats everything.
Babies on the beach.
And Jackson was just like playing in the water by himself, like running up or running down. The water was freezing. He didn't care. So that was just like kind of nice to have them at these ages right now, where like Jackson's getting a little more independent and Ryan's just sitting there. But also from the beach, I found this picture on my phone of Jackson. He took a selfie and I didn't know. And I'm really impressed by his selfie skills.
He did good.
And a little concerned, like if this is his skill level at 3.5, what's it going to be when he's like a teenage boy?
I feel like his face really looks like you here.
Yeah.
This is like the most I've thought he's looked like you.
He's starting to look older too, like a little little boy more than a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, what is this on my phone? So, what about you, Val?
So on Saturday, we decided to break our quarantine with just my family, strictly my family, because we have all not been going anywhere, doing anything. Everything has been delivery or pickup. Nobody has gone anywhere. So we decided that this was long enough. So we were just going to get together with each other. And we did on Saturday. We went to my parents, and the kids hung out in the backyard. My sister has 2 little girls. They are 9 and 5, and Cam is so close with them, and it was really killing him not to be able to play with them. So we went and did that, and it was so much fun watching them together. And it was nice because, you know, when all this started, Juliet was only a month and a half years old. So they didn't really even get to see her as much as they should have. So it was really, I was glad to be able to sit with my family and let them have fun with her. And, you know, they wore masks every time they were too close to her, but it meant a lot to us, and I know it meant a lot to them too. So it was really, really fun for us, just sitting in my parents' backyard.
Yeah. We live far away from family anyway. We're like, what are we, 400 miles from you guys, I think? All of our family. So like that whole aspect of grandparents not being able to see the grandkids isn't really a thing for us, because we only really saw them on occasions when we came to visit anyway. So I can't imagine if they're like accustomed to seeing them every day, what it's like.
Yeah.
Gotta be so sad.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like Kat, when he was going to school, he was going to school 3 days a week, and he was with my mom 1 day a week. And those 4 days plus whatever weekend time we had, he was with Haley, the 5-year-old, every single day. Like, that was a lot for him to just not see her anymore. Like, it was, you could, he doesn't really say much, but you could see the toll that it was taking. Like, so I was really glad to watch them together.
Okay.
Got it.
On to memes. Excellent transition.
Oh,
Sorry, I never wanted to get too serious.
what do we have here?
All right, so I'll go first. I put in this one with the iceberg in Switzerland. Typically, this would not be my go-to funniest meme. And even when I saw it, like, I chuckled a little bit. And then when I realized that the comment was from Bill Nye, I was like,
Oh my God, I did not.
this is amazing. He's so funny.
Wait, what comment? What do you mean? I
Right
don't
there.
The picture, someone put an iceberg in Switzerland, and Bill Nye commented on it. Before you judge, please note that 90% is underwater.
I was looking at the Ronnie and Sam one. That's why I was super confused.
Oh.
That was
like,
also excellent. I laughed out loud at that one and showed it to Mike.
Well,
All right, go ahead, Val. Talk about the Ronnie and Sam one.
Wow. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. But I remember how funny that was then when that happened. I always loved Jersey Shore. And it just made me laugh a lot because me and my husband, we've been back and forth bickering, and he has been great a lot of the time, but we have been bickering a lot more than normal because we can't leave our house and, we're stuck. But it was just funny because that was such a silly thing that I would have gotten mad at these days. But
And don't you
also,
have a weird toe?
Huh?
And don't you have a weird toe?
Yeah. No? Oh, yes, I do. So that also spoke to me on that level. And it's personal issues. I get it.
So mine is the corgi. When someone sent this to me, I almost died because I was like, who the F is sending me a picture of a bloody dog? But then I read the caption that somebody found this corgi puppy laid out in a shop surrounded by claret. They thought he'd been attacked and was hurting and bleeding. It turns out he had eaten an entire jar of jam and passed out on the floor in a sugar crash. So the dog is fine, but I was just like, oh my gosh. And then I read it and I was like, oh my God, dogs are so dope. Also, I don't know what claret is, so I'll have to look at that.
I bet it's British. Got a feeling.
Think so?
Yeah.
Looks like a British dog.
So you don't know all the British terms now?
I mean, we're going to dedicate a whole episode to Love Island at some point.
Oh, and Heather can be on it.
Claret is red wine from Bordeaux.
Oh, okay. All right. And to wrap things up, what have we been buying online lately, ladies? Val, go ahead.
I can't stop buying things. So we just brought a washer and dryer because our dryer was like dying. We figured it out this year. It's like over 15 years old. So we decided that it was time, and we bought a new washer dryer. We got a pretty good deal on this appliance store online that we had used for our oven, and we were really happy with, how they did it. So doing that again, and I think it's supposed to get delivered like next week or something, which is great because it took me 2 hours to dry 1 load of laundry today.
Oh my gosh.
So, like sort of working, but not actually working. And Brandon has already tried to fix it 3-4 times, and he's fixed it every time, but it's like, it's done. So we got that. And then we did this Wines on Sale, which is like kind of like a wine club sort of, but this one's just one delivery. You can sign up as a club, but this is like, I think it was 15 bottles for like $99. So my sister and my parents, they both did it, and they both really liked it. We're not like wine snobs, so I think it's something that we could like get into. Just like, I like trying different things. So
definitely link to that.
Yeah, we got excited for that. So that's supposed to be delivered, I think, next week. And then I got the CBD oil for my dog Griswold, because he's getting old. He's 14 years old now, and he's officially blind now. This doesn't help with his sight, but he's blind now, and he has some trouble getting around. His joints could, he's a pug. He's not overweight now, but he was overweight for a lot of his life, and he's got some joint pain. So this is really going to help him. It was recommended by his vet, so we're going for it. And my biggest purchase, well, not my biggest purchase, but my most researched purchase was these magnetic lashes. Chelsea, I think you sent me this review, right? Okay. So I tried them. I've been complaining about my lashes since my pregnancy. They're like really sparse, like there's nothing there. So I tried them. And it comes with like this little applicator thing to put them on, and it works, but because they're not actually stuck to your eye, like you can't shape them to your eye. So they kind of just sit like straight across, like they don't bend enough for my eye. I don't know if it's everybody's eye, but
are they sticking to your lashes or?
Yeah, so like you put one over your lash and one under your lash, and then they stick to each other, but with the help of your lash.
Okay.
So like in the crease here for me, I don't have as many lashes, so there's nothing for it to hold on to.
Yeah, gotcha.
So it kind of like right here, it just like kind of went straight, and it didn't really like look right.
Can you cut them and just do them like on the ends?
So I made a mistake, and I also bought the accent ones, which are just the ends. And they actually did work better, but they looked kind of silly because then there was like nothing here and then like just a bunch there. So I think I'm gonna bite the bullet and spend the money on the Rodan & Fields lash serum.
Yeah, that stuff works, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know it does. My mother-in-law used it. She said it's great. I know you used it and you said it was great. So I'm just biting the bullet and spending the money.
Well, I'm sorry you didn't find a good pair of magnetic lashes. And I'm also impressed that you researched that so well. Do you think that you said it was your most researched purchase, more so than your washer and dryer?
Yes, but hear me out.
Lashes are more important.
Brandon is he's the researcher for that kind of stuff. So he took care of all that and got us a really good deal and really liked all the features and stuff. And I just trust him enough to go with his.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay then.
So.
I bought blender sunglasses, and Julie, I know that when you did this, you separated the blender and sunglasses. So no, I did not buy a blender and sunglasses. I bought blender.
It's a brand name. I did not know that. They look cute though. Which ones?
So those are the ones that I got. The black ones.
2 pairs.
Yeah, I got 2. I don't know. I mean, YOLO, I really, because this is what we do during quarantine. We just buy ridiculous amounts of stuff. And I don't even know if I like clear sunglasses. I don't know why I bought this second pair on the bottom. They looked cute.
I like them.
They're probably going to look so stupid on me though. So we'll see. I'll keep everyone posted.
I feel like the top ones look like mine.
I had a pair that resemble the top ones. I had like the Ray-Bans that were like that. So I'm sure I'll like those, but the bottom ones were kind of like an impulse buy. So we'll see what happens. So that was like my bigger purchase of the week. And so much stuff was delivered this week. Kevin was like, is there anything else coming? I was like,
so much more.
Maybe. But we got like all of our deck patio like stuff came this week. All of like the kids' summer clothes that I ordered in April came this week. So it was like everything fell on these past few days, and it made me look like I have a real big problem. But it's just bad timing, guys.
So the only thing, I went through our bank statement and the only thing we ordered this week was Domino's, and it was disgusting. This is the second time I got tricked into Domino's since we've been in quarantine. Whenever Mike's traveling for work, he orders Domino's, and so sometimes he has free pizzas, and he'll use that as like well, I've got a free pizza. It's gross, though. So if I ever mention that we're thinking about Domino's again, please remind me that it's disgusting every time.
I feel like Kevin also tricked me into ordering Domino's once, and I was like, it looks appealing in the pictures and it sounds like it could be good, but it's not.
And like, it's not even the best like fast food pizza. Like Papa John's is better. I don't think we have one here though. We've got a Little Caesars, and Mike assured me that Little Caesars is worse than Domino's. So
I would disagree. However, I haven't had Little Caesars and I can't tell you how many years. I know there used to be one like across the street from my dad's house, like when I was little. And their pizza was really, really good. And they have the small little tiny sausages, like the little ball sausages.
I like those guys.
Which I'm a fan of, apparently. So if you're into that, then try Little Caesars. And their breadsticks are amazing.
I mean, basically, I want real pizza. I don't want Domino's or Little Caesars or Papa John's even, to be honest.
So
Right,
I was
everything.
just having this, oh, sorry. We were just having this discussion, me and my sister and brother-in-law, about fast food pizza. And I said how good the Pizza Hut pizza is. Like, do you ever get those little pizzas at Target? They have them at like the little Target cafe.
The closest Target is an hour and a half away from us.
Oh.
And I don't think we have a Pizza Hut. I don't know.
So just throwing out there, that's another one. But sorry.
All right, Val, well, thank you so much for joining us this week. We hope you had fun and that you'll return someday, as long as there's and stay tuned. Join us every week for Mom Chats. Our drinks are empty. It's time to go.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.